So then, welcome to the full throttle season. Ferrari season skipped for now, maybe. But effectively, what's happened is, the Nintendo Switch has fallen out of sync with the global version by quite a bit. So obviously, all the time, global version is an entire year ahead. And what's happened is with the delays and stuff on the Switch, you've seen like events like the Halloween being required way after Halloween, and just stuff falling out of sync even more and more and more. So now it's effectively fallen a year and a season out of date. Yeah, as a result of that, we've got full throttle season. I love the fact that the very first screen we get is the blue outline going over to feel the speed of the full throttle, and it also clips the end here behind my head and behind my light. But wow, that is kind of cool to see the very first screen of the game with the little mistake there on the end and the feel getting overwritten by the actual part of the UI. So fantastic. Ferrari season is the one that I think most people are probably getting geared up for. Full throttle season is the one that has the absolutely appalling, previously appalling DS3, which was the one that I think to unlock the car from it required somewhere in the region of €500 or so spending, and to max it out was $2,500. So obviously this season I would say be incredibly careful with buying any DLC unless this has changed drastically from the global version. This is a season which is known to have previously been horrifically bad on global. One of the ones that tons of people quit from, is the most money-grabbing piece of shit ever, and definitely at a time when the Switch player base is at an all-time low. If this follows the global version of the game, will probably be the death of the Switch game, in my opinion. Like, it's absolutely, bonkers to go from, bad to worse. But I'm going to go through the first episode of this at least. Going to grab the Legend Pass for this one. And like I said, I'm doing this one incredibly cautiously. I have no intention of spending any cash on this if it's in any way like it was on global. Just zero interest whatsoever. And I think this is going to be, like I said, the killer of A9 Legends if there's not some sort of a brain put behind this. And first screen indicates why would there be any fate realistically? There's zero. No one should have any fate in this. Main car, by the way, with this is that Bugatti Chiron LVN, which is just, it's awesome. If it's like set 6 stars, like I said, that'll cost somewhere in the region of $2,500, real money. So definitely stick with a Chiron. Go full throttle this festive season. See, here's the thing, you can't really run the Ferrari season and then copy and paste this sometime in March and have it all festive based. Whereas instead, you're just going to have it copy and pasted in a season early just for the sake of getting it. Nevada comes in along with a bunch of new tracks for that, which should be pretty unusual. And we get a what's new? What's new? December 18th. December 18th is new. What? Fucking game. Now, kind of weird thing. Racers enjoy this gift as a thank you for sticking with the game despite the random crashes you experience. 150 tokens. However, is that the rewards for the Speedtail event? Because that should be 150 tokens. Also, 150 tokens. The game didn't work for 5 weeks with terrible frame rate. I think enough tokens to buy 2 packs of blueprints that'll guaranteed give you trade coins. That's appalling. Like, considering the fact that the virtual currency is literally something they can give thousands of at zero cost because it's an in-game thing, 150 tokens is just absolutely mind-bogglingly stupid. But whatever. Jesus, fuck it, thank you. It's like as many tokens as you get for coming in the top 5% in a weekly contest. Worthless. Absolutely worthless. Anyone who comes back to the game for 150 tokens is just like, oh my god, it's so useless. But full throttle season is here. Now it's actually in game. Complete the game to get the Yeah, that 3-star exclusive car, the Apollo IE. Huh, this is, like I said, a weird one. What? The picture for that's the Ferrari season. You can't do anything right, for the love of God. Come on. It's just one thing right. Oh, absolutely tragically bad. But yeah, I'm guessing that's supposed to be the full throttle season, not the Ferrari season. F it, whatever. Be a legend. Yeah, this is, yeah, that is definitely the Apollo IE, which is from the not Ferrari season. That is the season pass for the Ferrari season. Saying that, it's also not called a season pass; it's a legend pass, not a season pass. Whatever. Oh, if they could do one thing right, that'd be awesome. Like, absolutely just tragic. Now, because I managed to get as far as the bundle pass reduction in the last season, I can get this 50% off obvious Ferrari bundle pass. For a reduced amount. But I'm going to grab this bundle pass just to jump 15 stages right ahead from jump and get, yeah, more fuel and stuff straight away. It is mildly unnerving, the fact that that's the Ferrari season. There we go. Yes. Oh, that's cool. Get the bundle pass though, and yeah, it is just completely the wrong icon on that thing. But it is linked to all the events and stuff to do with the Apollo IE, so at least there is that. But let's get cracking then with the episode 1 quest of this straight away. You give a rundown through the missions for episode 1, but here, perform knockdowns in Drive Syndicate. Now, the Drive Syndicate will be open on the 18th, I believe, from the thing, so 2 more days to wait until that actually gets opened. Reach top 3 in multiplayer in Himalayas, New York, not too bad. Beat, yeah, just under 2 minutes in Desert Life in a single race, one of the Nevada tracks. There is an entire part of that in the career, so that's going to be where you go for that. Open card packs 10, quite easy. Star up any car, awesome for a start to the season because I can do that immediately. Nitro time 150 seconds. This is just mostly going down through them for anyone who's missing the icons on these. No jumps in a single race in Rome. Again, that's probably going to be possible to do just any Rome track and wait for the game to time out. Alternatively, you can get no jumps on a few, like the Roman byroads. Definitely is an easy place to go about and get that. Perform a sandwich knockdown, so coming down on top of another player. Now, I actually make one slight mistake here. The perform one sandwich knockdown is not, as I say, a come down on top of another car. That's actually what's referred to as a vertical knockdown in the game. And I do go on to attempt to get a sandwich knockdown, and it doesn't count in a race. But yeah, a sandwich knockdown is actually far easier than trying to get a vertical knockdown. That's just where you grind another racer or AI against a railing at the side of a road and just grind them until the point where they explode. Now, the picture for it is obviously a sandwich, which is one thing, and then something else down on top of it. But Asphalt being Asphalt, sandwich knockdown is actually into the side of a racer, grind them against the wall, and have them just disintegrate and explode. Far easier to get than trying to get a vertical knockdown. But I did make that slight mistake here when going through the quest, and yeah, attempting to actually do it, and being a bit like, didn't count it a bit later in this video. But yup, as I'd mentioned, sandwich knockdown, wall, not vertical. Perfect runs, 2-star car, 25 of them. 5 shockwaves in a single race. Very easy just to build up the nitro and unleash that. Finish any 3 races. Gotta do that for a daily. That should be no issues. And 2 360s in a single race. I mean, most of these are very easy stuff. Just going to be the Nevada one, if anything, that's going to be a case of finding that in the career. But yeah, with the majority of these being relatively easy and just play the game. Open card packs, just if anyone's uncertain about that, that's anything with a random reward. So the Maserati car hunt right now that gives either blueprints, credits, or import parts, they count as that. It does not have to be like purchased from the store card packs. What I can do straight away though is the star up any car, and that is thanks to the end of the last season and the packs for this guy becoming available. And yeah, I left it in this state because I said that if this mission is here at the start of the Ferrari season, I'd go and jump onto it. But there goes my Valhalla up to 4 stars, and yay, that should count. Just having a car in that star up ready state will count those quests. So like, just if you ever have a car that you have the ability to start up but you don't have any particular need for it immediately, that's why I have a tendency to just leave them be, because I had done everything with the Valhalla in the last season and just left it in that state. Make it nice and easy to start off this season with a free quest. Yeah, I may as well knock out this 110 in Desert Life. And also, the only other ones that are really possible to do in it is the 5 shockwaves in a single thing and the 2 360s in a single race. Quite easy, but I could try for the sandwich knockdown with that, but not sure how possible that's going to be. Straight in here, Desert Life. And the, like I say, in Ernara being available for this is like absolutely overkill for this stage, because it's a 900 recommended rating requirement. So it's possible to do this in DSE 10s as well if you don't have access to the other cars available. Obviously, the BMW i8 Roadster is going to be something from this season, but yeah, we don't have access to that yet. Still possible to go over the limit on how many actual flags you have available. I wonder though, can I get the actual language knockdown on this? Nevada is what I'm still trying to get down the white patterns of. But that's 2 shockwaves, 3 shockwaves. Like I said, in the Ernara, it's going to be absolutely a cinch to get the time. It is just more so. And whoa, nope, missed the jump. It's a cool looking track, and the class thing is, it's so open. Really nice to actually. Come here, AI. Can we sandwich him? Will that have counted? Be nice if it was done, because sandwich knockdowns are a bit on the unusual side, but it would be cool to get that counted. Be careful, I noticed on that ramp here, by the way, you can absolutely end up going into the bridges overhead. And there's a couple of places in Nevada as well where I'm sure people have found out, but the track seems to act as though it is off-road, even though it's, you're perfectly on track. So that does apparently get patched in around 8 months, some people are saying. So yay, this is already like fun to look forward to. But yeah, obviously just watch out for areas where, if you have encountered that, where certain parts of the track do just count as off-road. Let's see, did that count as a sandwich knockdown? Definitely 132 in the Husaria. Absolutely like cinch to do it. See, that would be tier 17 unlocked. Some reputation gained as well. 5 shockwaves in a single race. And enough. 2 360s in a single race. And did it count? No. Yeah, sandwich knockdown is a bit of the unusual side. As for these though, I'm going to get cracking into the ones that are grindable right now. But I'll see kind of how much more of these I can do, and how far along in this bundle pass the first episode can push me along. No, just for the sake of trying it out, I did say I would see if I can get DQ'd on a Rome track, waiting at the starting line, and yeah, just went into a Roman byroads, sat on the starting line in single race. And does that count as the no jump still? Yeah, so so for this season, anytime we're going to encounter those, don't get nitro bottles, don't do jumps, unless it specifies you need to finish the race. Just go onto a track and get DQ'd. It's really bad, because like there was a track in one of the previous Legend Passes where it was like, you have to do this track that has a huge jump without spending 6 seconds in the air. And that took me a load of runs to get. And now, yeah, I could have just apparently done that by just getting DQ'd on the starting line. So, oh well, at least now, yeah, that still works for this season, it seems. So that's my multiplayer races complete. And the last thing is, yeah, the Drive Syndicate thing has become available in game. Now, it actually appeared a day before it was labeled on the patch notes, but you know, dates, timing, whatever, get that wrong as well. Yeah, this Drive Syndicate Throttle is known from the global event to be one of the most costly events in the game to get to where you unlock the car. Now, as Curator pointed out on the Discord server, like, people threw around that number $2,500, which is what this car would cost to max out when it appeared on global. So €2,500. But the Rimac C2 did actually cost that same amount if you were to max it out. The main difference is the fact that, say, the Rimac C2 was even insane on the Switch, where it would be unlockable for €100 or a €200 purchase. So €200 was the base purchase price. This one is looking at, if it follows the global exactly, costing somewhere in the region of $400 to $500 to unlock it. And then, yeah, that same $2,500 to max it out. So technically, the max version of this is just as bad as the Rimac C2. It's just that unlocking on global would be way more expensive. So do just be careful before going down the rabbit hole of this one. I may look at doing a video more in depth of it, but my initial suggestions would be, if you're getting that BMW from this, get that and bring it to 2 stars. Don't go beyond 2 stars. And effectively after that, yeah, I'll have to take a look more into bits and pieces for it, but you need to play these events incredibly carefully if you want to avoid falling into like a hole. So effectively, never upgrade something beyond where it absolutely needs to be, and just, yeah, be incredibly cautious with spending the Syndicate coins that you get. But it's available anyway to finish off this season pass thing, which is run through the desert for these 35 knockdowns. And yeah, the Rimac C2 that's available on this first day, it's actually like you get infinite fuel with it and infinite retries. So what I've been doing for those 35 KDs was just repeating this first stage over and over again. Now, let's see, was that enough then? Yeah, so perform knockdowns in Drive Syndicate. Yeah, that's like the 100% mark for the first part of the season. And like, I'll pick up those bits and pieces now for the Apollo IE and fuel units, but I'm not sure, even with the bundle pass, that's not going to be enough to yeah, get that pretty cool Apollo unlocked, but it is going to get it a fair bit of the way. And also some fuel units and stuff will help out with some of the other events. Let's see, quick run through what we actually get from bundle pass plus. So decal for that, some tokens, events start blueprints, as useless as they are. Small bits and pieces for D-class cars. It's not going to be anything impressive in those. I'm not sure if the Vanda Electrics car can appear in those random packs just yet. I have seen the fact that it's in the Legend store now, but some trade coins and some more trade coins. Some import parts are pretty cool. A fair amount of like just import parts and stuff from that. Gonna keep onto those obviously until the end of the season when I have the maximum trade coin boost, because I don't have any real use of trade coins for the time being, at least. A new emoji, and looks like it'll be annoying when you knock people down. Which I mean, those things you can't turn them off right now in game, so you may as well just have at least a selection of decent ones. Unfortunately, it says like you can select to block your opponent's ones, but you cannot really do that. More towards the IE, so that's 1/3 of the way complete. And yeah, more C-class cars. Again, it's just tons and tons of credits and trade coins and stuff, but the main boost to having that bundle pass is just to get access to all of this stuff really early, and of course like having those extra fuel units, yeah, for more of the season. So like they will come in handy, like I said, for Grand Prix, special events, and anything even like the regular car hunts, or the legendary car hunts that Taken Turbo in game at the moment for Legend Pass holders. Rep gain, tokens, SART, i.e. up to halfway unlocked. So yeah, that's not too bad. Hurricane, Evo, Spider blueprints, and trade coins. Unfortunately, as always, that trade coin bonus comes after getting everything else, but still, I think the majority of that is just blueprints for the IE for myself. Quite a lot of tokens, obviously, and credits. Some reputation gain. One of the main things, as always with the Legend Pass, is the increased gas for cars, because that doesn't sound like a lot until you realize that like +2 in something like a Bugatti Chiron is nearly doubling the amount of fuel that car has. So instead of using it just 3 times, you get 5 runs out of that car in multiplayer or any event where you can make use out of it. It is a fairly significant boost, to be honest. Rest of the stuff, mostly trash. 50 more tokens, and yeah, that pretty cool decal for the Apollo at the very end. 26 tokens to get the next tier, but it's actually nothing really from it. Just 2 customization pieces, which will almost certainly be just trade coins for me. I'm not going to spend tokens unlocking those. If it was something decent, like say, the boost to reputation, or one of the extra fuel units and stuff like that, I'd consider it. But given the fact that it's not much use really, as we look forward. So tier 32 is what's needed for the 3rd bonus fuel unit. And is there the extra one in this season as well, 13? Yeah, so tier 49 has an additional one. So like that's the thing with the bundle pass as well. Normally the last 2 tiers would only become available really in the last kind of week or so of the season, so this becomes kind of useless. But for myself, it should be hopefully around 3 or so weeks of having additional bonuses from this Legend Pass, as obviously also way easier to get to the end. But I'll be covering all of the stages as I play through that, just because like I do really enjoy kind of having the extra quests and stuff, even as it works through Christmas time. I should hopefully have more time to create a few videos. I mentioned briefly, by the way, just the legendary car hunt for the Taken. Definitely, like, if you haven't got that or haven't started on this one already, just know the fact that sucks in terms of the drop rate to actually get it. Really low chance from those things. It is touch drivable 99% of the time using the Honda Civic if you've got that car to gold. Mazda Furai is a pretty awesome car for getting those 5 blueprints. If you have it though, it's not exactly a free run, but just one quick like pathway through where I used to get that around the 39 seconds time, because like I said, it's definitely not an absolutely simple run, and if you've got maybe a 2 or a 3 star Furai, this could be quite difficult to do. But the this short little Cairo track, it's nice, but like I said, it's not exactly simple in the Mazda Furai to get the 41-second time for it. Just a case of have to bully your way through the actual cars at the start, get some air time, and I'm just gonna shunt up here on the left hand side for the best time with an imperfect nitro, gather some near miss stuff off of those cars on the side, and then get the car just through that tiny gap in the building. It's quite a cool portion of the Cairo track, but definitely you need to kind of get some air time if you want to make those like times closer down to the 39, because I think the requirement for this one is at 41 seconds if you want to get the actual Taken blueprints from the Mazda Furai. And like that's definitely, you can see even with that golden version of the Furai, it's only a second and a half to spare, so definitely like not exactly a simple run. And drop rate wise, I think I've done this maybe, I don't know, maybe like 30, 40, 50 times already, and I think I've gotten maybe 20 blueprints for that Taken. So definitely it's one that's kind of a bit on the sucky side. I had this at 3 stars already coming into this, and now I've had 23 blueprints into that 3rd star, and keeping in mind that is after doing those 5 runs of the Mazda Furai. So it's definitely not a good drop rate. Get on it as fast as possible if you want to unlock that Taken Turbo. One thing on this Maserati, I'll put up a separate video on this, but yeah, definitely when it comes to these car hunts for golden cars, I've reached the top 1,000. Yeah, in the position 6,345. I explained why in the car hunt video for that, and include a run to get into the top 5 or top 1% for sure. But yeah, definitely if you have got a golden Maserati, maybe consider putting in a race with that, with just the touch drive on, just to make that field of cars a that bit larger for other players, because yeah, you'll do everyone a favor if you put yourself into a fairly low position. And no, just if you're looking at the rankings, 6,300 is probably last place now. That was a touch drive run that was just done with that car. So yeah, definitely yeah, consider other players. And just like, if you think about it, these event packs up here with 10 import parts, you can equally get this amount of trade coins by just doing a couple of runs of the Taken car hunt realistically. And even these event packs, there's a 10% drop chance of the epic import part in there. If you've got a gold car, you may as well just leave these to other players. But by putting a time in here, every 100 extra players who give a fairly duff run on this, it's one other person who's going to be getting the 2 epic import parts and the 15 pieces at the top. So definitely, as Bro2D2 would say, get in the pool of players. Yeah, that's winter is here. Complete. You can tell by the t-shirt, winter in Ireland isn't exactly the worst of things. But yeah, first stage in this one done. It's like, I mean, there's some tragic mistakes already visible in the game. And the new season of multiplayer and the rewards and stuff for that is absolutely wrecking players' heads. Even like, yeah, seasoned vets and stuff of it. It really is a nightmare. And actually check, by the way, what did I get from my series rewards in this just yet? Oh, it's in the top 1,000 in that, just to see. For some body kits, I don't know would I actually get anything interesting, but some, yeah, 570 spider blueprints. Yeah, there was a chance at getting some nice stuff. At least a Bentley Epic, that's pretty cool. Can't really complain too much, but yeah, Lotus Elise has been golden for quite a while. And from classics, again, I can't complain too much. My ZR1 is in a ready to star up state. Finished off. There'll be some trade coins at least, and some customization pieces. 45 tokens, though, is an absolute joke for the entire season of this. SLR blueprints, and yeah, some Zenvo. Oh well, can't really complain too much. Like I said, I got fairly decent luck in the actual milestone rewards in the last season myself for that. So my ZR1 is the other thing which is highlighted on the yeah, my garage at the top, waiting to get started up. But I'm not going to do that until needs be, because I have no immediate use of the pretty awesome ZR1. But yeah, I usually, just like I said earlier when it came into the Valhalla, if I've got a car in a startup ready state and I don't need to start up, just don't need to start up, because yeah, it can be useful to complete those quests when they do pop up. But anyway, guys, if you watch this video, please click sub, other videos, and yeah, as always, appreciate the support and drive safe into this bundle pass. If you're still playing Asphalt 9 Legends, hopefully you are. If not, have a nice Christmas. I hope people are enjoying themselves and minding themselves, variants and whatnot.